you obviously know what happened during that time, right?
Yeah,
That
the
was
wrestling boom.
the big wrestling boom. And yes, we definitely watched it. We get home from practice and we go watch all that, Nitro and all that kind of stuff. And yes, it was fun for sure. We had a good time with that. But compared to 85, 86, 84, 85, 86, 87, and some of 88. Yeah, man, not even close. NWA all day long. That was my time. And like I said, I would say that 85, 86 range, 85 to 87, I think is probably my favorite time. Because like that's where you had, Dusty beat Flair for the gold. You had Ronnie Garvin winning the belt. By the way, I've met him. He's a super nice guy too. Yeah, that was just the Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express. I mean, the Road Warriors, the Four Horsemen. I mean, seriously, that is the golden era of wrestling right there.
Yeah.
I mean that was, and like I said, I mean, obviously Hulk Hogan's an icon, and the WWF at that time. I mean, they definitely put out some great stuff, but that, and even then, to be honest with you, that time frame for them, that was great too. Hulk Hogan coming out, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, man. They had a darn cartoon on television back then. I mean, like that, they were rocking it too. I mean, I think those 80s was just, golly, it was just fascinating to see what was going on. But man, yeah, I'd say I loved it. I loved it during that time frame where it was, like I said, I love the Rock and Roll Express Midnight Express rivalry was just out of control. That was was so over. It was not even funny. However, that stuff was. It was just incredible. And the I love the the USA versus the Russians, man. Nikita Koloff, Magnum TA feud there. Golly, I mean, that time frame right there. Magnum, had that accident not happened to him, I think he would have been Magnum TA had he not gotten hurt. He would have definitely been world champion, 100%.
Actually, Flair said that once. I think it was on the WWE DVD and also somewhere else. It says if he hadn't gotten that accident, motorcycle accident, I think it was, and if he hadn't gotten that, he would have been world champion. And
easily.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was so talented, and like I said, he looked amazing. He's a good-looking guy. He's strong as an ox. He had a good, solid build. The fans loved him. But like that the I quit match with Tully and Tully Blanchard and Magnum was insane. The best out of 7 series with Magnum and Nikita, unbelievable. But like just that whole group of wrestlers, I guess you just look at who you had wrestling then. Barry Windham. I mean, Barry Windham's one of the greatest wrestlers ever. The guy was incredible. He was so talented. I mean, he just had like these guys were just, they were very talented. Arn Anderson, those guys were Road Warriors. But what more dominant team can you find? Those guys walk in a room and you want to start crying. I mean, they were enormous.
Yeah.
But like all those guys back then, I mean, it was just even the if you, and I don't like the word jobbers. They have a terrible name. I mean, the guys who would be kind of, mid card, they weren't maybe wrestling the main event, but they were still amazing wrestlers, top to bottom. Just, I think that stretched through that mid 80s time frame. It was just, I mean, guys, like I said, when I would go watch a match in 1986 at the old Charlotte Coliseum, which is now the Bojangles Arena here, it held about 10,000 people back then.
Oh.
I mean, your ears would like hurt the next day. That's how loud it would be in there. And it wasn't because of pyrotechnics and all that kind of stuff like that, or pyrotechnics, you call those things, but fireworks shooting off. Wasn't that. crowd was so loud. I mean, it was insane. I mean, golly, it was fascinating to see how just over that whole product was at that point, and just the talent, the wrestlers back then. They were some amazing. I mean, I'm leaving out a million of them. You know, like I said, Sting and all these guys. I mean, all these guys were incredible. But yeah, I mean that's my favorite time for sure. So I mean that's mine for sure. But like I said, looking back now, because and I'll say this. With that being said, looking back now, with all these great YouTube videos you can go watch, a lot of wrestling I didn't get to watch as a kid because what I was shown here in Charlotte was NWA wrestling, right? Yeah, and which is great. But like, I go back now and I go watch Memphis wrestling, you know, that Lawler was putting on, and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. You know, you can go look at now and you can go watch stuff that you didn't get to watch because you didn't get to, you know, that's not what was shown in your area. So you go back now and look at some of these other things. Man, there's some great wrestling going on in other places that you just didn't get to see on TV. You know? But you like I said, going back and watching some of those matches, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. And it's great stuff. So I definitely enjoy doing that for sure. But yeah, that would be my pick for sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. It's a great air and everything. I enjoy hearing all that stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't take up more of your time. I appreciate you joining and everything. Do you have the Spiidergrip invention? You want to say a little something about that before we can do some giveaways?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Thanks for having me on. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I've got
great to have you on.
Yeah, man. Well, no, it was fun, and like I said, we do this again. I mean, golly, I got so many stories I could tell you, the things I've seen, wrestling matches. Man, golly, we'd be talking for 6 hours. But I've seen pretty cool stuff. I've met a ton of these guys, tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, no, I appreciate y'all doing this, and as far as guys out there, like so, Spiidergrip, it is a relatively new product. I mean, we just really got launched this year. We hit Amazon in July, but we do provide a great product to keep you from dropping your phone, and it provides a lot of functionality. It rotates 360 degrees, lays flat. It goes in the back of your cell phone, and it's a very solid product. One of my partners is Kate Bosworth, the actress who remember from Blue Crush, that movie, and I mean she's been in a bunch of movies, but that's just one of them. She's actually one of my partners, and so we're, like I said, we're starting to enter stores now, and which is exciting. But we have a lot of pro wrestlers. A lot of pro wrestlers use Spiidergrip. Rock and Roll Express does for sure. And then you got like I said, Dawson's, and there's a bunch of country music singers and everybody who uses Spiidergrip. But I'll tell you, if folks are interested, we'll do a giveaway, and if you want to, you can email. I'll give you the email address. Email me. We'll do the first 10 people who email in. We'll do a free Spiidergrip, and that's info@spiidergrip.com. That's info at spiidergrip.com. info@spiidergrip, spiidergrip.com. Yeah, send us your name and your address and what color Spiidergrip you would like. If you want to go to the website and look, that's spiidergrip.com. And yeah, we'll send you a free Spiidergrip, and we, like I said, really appreciate it. And if you guys, like I said, send me your information after we get off air, and I'll shoot you guys some Spiidergrips.
Oh, sounds good. That. What's the website name for the
website? It's spiidergrip.com. So 2 I's in both words. If you don't see 2 I's in both words, it's not the real thing.
All right. And I pulled it up on Amazon because you mentioned it. They have really good ratings on Amazon as well.
Yeah. Right now we've got I think they're running they're running a special on Amazon right now. I think we're doing there's a $5 coupon, so technically it'd be $5 off of what it normally is.
Yeah.
And we'll run specials on our website sometime too. But we just had a BOGO a couple weeks ago for Black Friday. But yeah, right now there is a coupon on Amazon, so definitely check it out. But guys, you are so nice to have me on. This has been
I appreciate it. I'm glad
fun.
you came along. It was our pleasure and our honor to have you on here. And I appreciate you give up your time and coming on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, guys,
It's
take care.
doing the gateway.
Have a great Christmas, all right? Y'all have a good one and a good New Year.
Yeah, you too.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, bye-bye.
So that was David Britt. Again, send the email at, I think he said info@spiidergrip.com. Provide your information. He's going to hook you up with a Spiidergrip. I'm looking at it. Looks like a neat little product there.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a wrap for us. You can catch us on Spreaker, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, as well as you can follow us on Twitter at WrestlingSCool, and take it away for the rest.
We also Instagram at Wrestling Still Cool, Facebook Wrestling Still Cool, TikTok Wrestling Still Cool 90, and you can get us on email at wrestlingstillcool@gmail.com. Send us an email what you think about the podcast or what kind of reviews you want to hear in future, what guests you want to hear, or you can also DM us on social media.
Yep. All right. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be back with another episode later this week. I really don't have anything to kind of do and joke about, but enjoy the rest of your night, guys.